Hey guys, it's me, Jello Pineda, your middle class sneakerhead, and welcome back to another episode of the vlog. So in today's video, we do have a couple of pickups, clothing pickups, and we do have, I guess, my worst pickup of 2020. I would say they might be my worst, but actually it did really change my mind once I had them on hand. So I'm very excited to share with you my thoughts on the Air Jordan 4 Fire Red, the retros, and of course, I just want to share with you guys some of my latest clothing pickups from vintage shops here in Angeles City. So with that being said, if you're interested, stay tuned. Thank you so much for checking on this video today, guys, and I do hope you guys are having a wonderful day. If you're new here, please make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. And if you've been here for a long time now, thank you so much for sticking with me, man. I appreciate you for stopping by every time we drop a new video. Alright, so this video is going to be entirely in English, so at least this would cater to other markets who are also looking for thoughts of the Air Jordan 4. Before we actually check on the sneaker, let me just go ahead and show you some of my recent pickups from the vintage shops that we recently have here in the Philippines, here in Angeles City. So first and foremost, alright, so let's start off with a pair of pants that I picked up. This one is a pair of pants from H&M, but this is not brand new. I didn't buy it from H&M. I bought it from Talkative PH. Talkative PH is also a vintage clothing shop here in Angeles City. They used to have a shop here. Shoutouts to my boy Dio. He used to have a shop here in our subdivision, in our village, but due to the pandemic, they were just forced to sell via online. And I saw him selling these pants right here. So this one is from H&M. As you can see right there, H&M LOGG, or label of graded goods. And this one is a black cotton pants with the thing here at the bottom where you can tighten up. I think these are strings. I'm not sure what you call them. These were originally selling, I guess, for about, I don't know, I think 1,000 pesos, but I only copped this one for about 500 pesos, or that's about $20 in US. But anyways, so this one also has drawstring here to tighten it up. So yeah, it's primarily black. The flip pockets over here. Definitely do videos regarding this pants. And I know it's outdated, and I do know that a lot of people already had or have these kind of pants. But of course, let's see how we can actually dress these up. These are pretty plain. It's all good for at least $20 or 500 pesos. So again, thank you so much to Talkative PH for looking out. So moving on, we have. So I recently visited this shop here in Angeles City in the Philippines. This one is like the theme is like round 2. If you're familiar with round 2, this one is owned by Sean Waterspoon, where he buys, sells, trades vintage items. So if you haven't seen that video where I visited Vintage by Street Couture, where I bought these items, I'll link it on top of the screen so you can see where I was able to cop these. So basically, these are vintage items, vintage t-shirts, and these are official merch from, yeah, most definitely official merch. Bam! There you have it. This one is the Harley Davidson shirt. Again, if you can see it right there, it is an official merchandise, and it's pretty aged with the way fashion is working out right now. The more vintage it looks, the more it looks good, especially if you pair it up with, you know, good sneakers that are a little vintage as well, retros and so on. This one was only selling for about 550 pesos, or that's about $20+ resale. This one is an XL. And again, it's faded. Alright, it's a bit faded, but it is what it is. That's the, you know, that is the essence of buying thrifted or vintage items. Alright, it does have another print here on the at the back. Harley Davidson Cycles, Honesdale, PA. So let's move on to the next one. Again, this one, although this one does not have any tags on, most definitely the tags were cut on this one, but definitely something that I would keep and rock. This one is a Metallica t-shirt. right there. As you can see here, this one is like for the album master of puppets, and this one is in really pristine or really good condition, I might say. No holes whatsoever, just enough fade, and basically the print is still intact. Does not have any print at the back, but well, this one was selling for higher than that, about $30 to $40 if I'm not mistaken. $30 to $40, and it's not bad of a deal at all if you think about it. And for my last clothing pickup, again, this one is from Vintage by Street Couture. So I picked up, this one is brand new by the way. There were some Carhartt shirts that were vintage as well, or thrifted, but this one is brand new. So I got this one, as you can see right there. So this one is the Carhartt workwear. Okay, it's called the workwear. It still has the tags on, the stickers on. You have that Carhartt patch here on. It's a pocket tee, striped pocket tee. And this one was selling for about $50. Yeah, so $50, not bad of a deal at all, as it's brand new and it's in my size large. Actually, it's bigger than I was expecting. However, Carhartt really fits big. So there you have it, Carhartt made in Guatemala. There you go. So again, legit, 100% legit. Here it is again for 1,000 pesos or $50. Is that around $50? All right, so the moment of truth. Let's go ahead and talk about the sneaker. I was really bumming out with this one. It's actually my first win on sneakers app. I tried to get the Mocha ones. I'm definitely trying to get any sneaker that I would try to get with sneakers app. I wasn't really too lucky with the first few one, or in the past couple of months. I got a W off this time, and this one is for a Jordan retro. So I actually checked this one out a couple of days ago just to make sure that I am getting what I paid for. So yeah, there it is, Nike PH sneakers app. All right, so what we do have here is the Jordan 4 retro, and as you can see right there, here is the box with the flight box on. And this time around, this one has the Nike Air instead of the regular Jumpman on the top of the box. Of course, cement box. It's big, and it's more sturdy, I guess. It's more harder than your usual Jordan 4 boxes, Jordan 3, Jordan 5, and so on. So let's pop the guy open. Nothing really special on the inside, and you do have cement print on the tissue paper, but this one is not the OG setup. Actually, the OG setup would give you a garbage plastic sort of paper, but it is what it is. So here it is, moment of truth. Jordan 4 Fire Red. All right, so let's go ahead and pull them out of the box. This is actually the second time that I'm going to be pulling them out of the box, because I already checked these out a few days ago. So inside the box, nothing else, just your typical paper and just an extra paper to secure, I guess, the sneaker. So we don't really need the box no more. Let us put this one on the side. Here it is, Jordan 4 Fire Red. All right, so actually, one reason why this video is titled "This is my worst pickup of 2020" simply because I was actually just trying to cop this sneaker, but I didn't really like it. I told myself if ever I cop, or if I ever get a W on sneakers app, I would then just flip the sneaker, make a review out of it, sell it right away. These shock dropped around October 31st, and then yeah, that was the first drop, or shock drop, and they were officially released on November 28th for a retail of $200. So here that's about or $220, I think. Yeah, so here in the Philippines, that's about 10,195 pesos. Unfortunately, sizes of these sneakers sat on the website. Even on Titan 22, they were sitting up until midnight. So I was like a little bothered by pairs that weren't selling out right away, simply because of the resale part, that I might not be able to sell these after I make a review out of them. So I was like, let's just see what happens then. I was expecting this one to be delivered at least the following week, so I can make an early review, or at least a review of the sneaker while just trying to be on top of things. But they came in after 2 weeks, so that's a huge bummer for me. I was really waiting for them to come by, and they just decided to show up. Now let me just go ahead and touch base with the actual sneaker. The first time that I pulled them out of the box, these guys came in creased. So as you can see right there, here on the almost the medial part of the sneaker going to the toe, that there is already a crease. Actually, both left and right. So, but these guys are mass produced, and that would probably compromise the quality of these sneakers. But overall, the leather is soft in my opinion. It's not like your regular Jordan 5. I used to have a Jordan 5 grape, but the leather in those are really like plasticky and very stiff. It digs into your foot whenever you use them. So these are pretty soft. These are softer actually, and definitely will crease. Basing this one off of some other YouTubers review that there were some factory flaws or some were not consistent when it comes to the production, and I can see mine is actually inconsistent as well. So the toe box here, this one is a little bit near the edge, this one is a little into the toe box, so I'm not sure if you can see it right there, but it is inconsistent. And of course right here there's a little bent on the pull tab. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's also a damage or a factory, probably because of shipping. Overall, it's a, you know, it's an OG colorway. So this one right here is part of the OG pack. All right, so this one released way back in 1989 with 4 other OG colorways. We are talking about the Bread Force, or the what they call the black cement. We have the white cement, we have the military blue, and we have the fire red. So again, this one is part of the OG pack. I started researching and I found some pictures of Michael Jordan actually wearing the fire red. So basically this one is like the Chicago versions of the Jordan 4. I don't have any nostalgia when it comes to this sneaker, because I started being a fan of Michael Jordan way back in the 90s, where the Jordan 10, Jordan 11, Jordan 12 was like the latest sneaker by that time. But the more I made some research, this one has most of the OG treatment as you can have on all Jordan 4s. So this one already retroed way back in 2012 with the Jumpman logo. Now this one right here has the Nike Air tab on the heel tab, or on the back part of the sneaker, which is very iconic and one of those things that, you know, OG sneakerheads are actually looking for. They prefer it with the back tab. I personally don't mind the Jumpman, but to me on hand right now, this one feels a little more premium, a little more 90s inspired. So it is mostly true to the OG silhouette. We have a red sock liner over here. We have that inverted Air Jordan tag here on the inside the tongue. Light patch with the Jumpman logo here in white on the tongue. We have your standard flat white laces, and you do have the lace holders, the TPU lace holders over here. You do have a polyurethane midsole, and honestly, for Jordan 3, 4s, 5s, most definitely even 6, I don't really want to buy any of those or collect any of those, simply because I know how bad the sneaker would crumble after a few years of wearing. But this one is actually a little different than your normal Jordan retros. I would actually compare it with the remastered versions of the Air Max 90, where you have that softer polyurethane. So it's very similar to that, very similar to the touch, and I'm not sure if this one will crumble. And of course, going to your outsole, you do have that iconic Jordan 4 outsole in cement gray, red, and white. Sizing on these guys, yeah, of course, they went straight on feet. I got a size 11. My true to size is size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I wear pretty much just the average thick socks. I don't really go for thin socks anymore. I think going up half a size or full size up was definitely the best solution to that. If you're wide-footed, go up half a size or a full size up depending on your socks. If you are narrow-footed, you're pretty much good to go with at least just half size up, in my opinion, because these guys are pretty narrow over here, probably because it's new, they need to be braked in. I'm not really sure. But now when it comes to longevity on these sneakers, paint will chip off, that is for sure. Anything that is painted on polyurethane midsoles will chip off. This is simply because this one compresses, just like any other foams that you use, because this one is just painted on. It flexes every time you use the sneaker, when every time you step using the sneaker. So it just flexes and breaks the, you know, chips off the paint right here. By the way, this one came in with the OG Nike tag, but this one is a thinner Nike tag, and it does have the Nike Air branding on the insole. So when I tried these on foot, guys, definitely changed my mind. I'm pretty liking it right now. I mean, I'm not mad at it, and when I tried them on feet, it's something different. And instead of me trying to just, you know, review and resell right after, I might keep this sneaker just to see, you know, what happens in the next few days or months. Really look good. They bring out retro vibes, and if you're into like vintage shirt, vintage gaming, this one is a really good sneaker to rock with. Now let's talk about the resale on these guys. All right, so most definitely these guys sat. To be honest, they were sitting in SM Pampanga. SM Pampanga is like a mall here in the Philippines, and we have Nike Park. Now they are now on Nike Park, and Nike Park has a bit of stock. So they sat. Actually, they sat. So which means resale will dip down, because these were mass produced, and we are not sure how many pairs of the Jordan 4 were produced throughout. If you bought a pair and you are unsure, what I would suggest is you just go ahead and keep them. I remember the Bread 4s that released last year. Again, those guys were mass produced. Even it was an OG colorway, it was also one of the most iconic sneakers that Michael Jordan wore, and they were also an outlet special for some time. So that was last year, and the whole 2020, after like the hype of the Last Dance and so on. All right, so the Jordan 4 Bread on StockX is now selling for $407. $407 for the Bread 4s. Or the Bread 4s were released a year ago and now are selling for double its price on StockX. So if you bought a pair, or if you can grab a pair right now for retail, that's gonna be the best deal ever for now. And if you're unsure, what I do suggest, you just keep them for a while. Try to flip them, I guess, but you know, if you're looking for longevity, try to keep them for about a year, and let's see when stock is no longer available and people starts to look for these sneakers right here. And as well as a lot of collabs right now are happening on the Jordan 4 silhouette. We've got the Off-White, we've got the Unions, and so on and so forth. So having an OG colorway in your collection is not a bad idea. Put them on hold for about a year, sell them after a year, and you might double your money. For the others that are gonna be rocking your sneakers, yeah, rock your sneakers, and you might also be able just to flip them for retail by next year, or you know, a little over retail by next year if they're used. I thought it was gonna be like my worst sneaker pickup of the year. Turns out it's not, and I'm pretty much into the Jordan 4 now. I'm trying to find a baby size or a youth size for my kid so we can rock them both. And yeah, I guess this really changed my mind on the Jordan 4, and I do hope this video changed your mind as well. So yeah, so we pretty much talked about everything about the sneaker, from history and the resale, or the forecast of the resale of these sneakers after a year. If you're gonna be reselling them now, you're just gonna, you know, you're just gonna be like selling them for retail plus 1,000 pesos or $50. So I might as well just keep them for a while and resell them when they are going for more than what they are going for right now. Those are my latest pickups for December, and this might be my last sneaker pickup for December, as well as I'm trying to do something else for, you know, for 2021. So I do appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for checking on this video. If you're new here, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel if you like content just like this. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for being there, for your support. I really appreciate you. And of course, if you like this video, please go ahead and smash that like button. So anyways, thanks for stopping by and talking sneakers with me, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace, guys.